Hello, Internet. It's day 2. I am admitting very sheepishly that at day 2, I almost failed my 365 journey because, oh man, it's just, I don't know, my life, when your life has been dominated by fear and anxiety, to do things and then to be consistent in it is terrifying because all of a sudden, I've become so aware. Not that I wasn't aware that my life was boring, but like if you have to talk about how boring your life is. Yeah. Anyway, that's my confession. That's what my day 2 is all about. 24 hours of anxiety over, is my life boring? So I'm going to reframe that narrative. My life isn't boring. It's a result of my choices. And my choices thus far have been one dominated by fear and hiding versus truly living. And I need to confront it. And the day I confront it, maybe my life will seem more exciting. And the good thing about a boring life is I'm going to minimize how much I rant needlessly. Yeah. But that's it. My small confession to make sure I tick that box saying I uploaded, I can keep commitments, I'm terrified to do this. But maybe as I go on this journey, maybe as I this is like public humiliation in some ways, right? Not only am I making this like a 365-day log, I'm posting it on one of 4 YouTube channels I have. So I have one that I made for, well, I have 4, but so at some point, because when I really wanted to do YouTube, I classified them. I created one that pretty much is where when I'm babysitting for my nieces and nephews and I'm being a horrible auntie and I want to show them YouTube, it's my really child-specific content. And I also said, hey, if I make a YouTube video, because it's very child-specific, all my child-specific stuff will go there. My weird, cool aunt things will be on this site. I have one, which is the one I'm posting on, which in some ways it's the most vulnerable one, but it's one with an idea that I came up a couple of years ago where I realized that a name is just words that, like, you know, because even in any language, we have a finite number of words. Like words exist. It's just the meanings behind the words change over time. And a name specifically, it's your name, it's your identity, but it's not also, it's both unique to you and not unique, but there's other people with that name. For example, a John Smith. Now, there are actual John Smiths out there, but it's also become the name of, like, it could be anybody. So in that effort, I made this YouTube page kind of exploring that. And then I made it, then I didn't do anything with it. But then I was like, which of my YouTube channels can I post this videos on that I would care about? And I decided here, because I need to also, since I am still driven by fear, I cannot use the site that I use to doom scroll, which is another YouTube page that has all my rabbit holes that I'm going to try to do less of. But I also think if I put it on this one, which I'm only tangentially viewing, I can also ignore it. Because like I said, this is addressed to you, Internet, but it's not for you. It's for me. It's for me to memory dump. It's for me to rant. Oh, that's the other thing. Because it is a memory dump a little bit. I think for a while, I did not want to make a record of days like this. Days that are boring. Days that are where I have nothing to show for. But I guess that's where I'm spinning the narrative, saying, no, even the days, and it's 365 days because it is a lot of days, even the ones that I would normally ignore or normally want to purge, I'm recording it. There's nothing big event-wise. I don't know any spectacular news that's revelatory. Only anecdotal story that I can tell is of Gen Alpha discovers landlines and they're fascinated. Which again is anecdotal because I think trends come and go and this is just part of that. Yeah, so one YouTube channel so I can doom scroll. One YouTube channel. Oh, but I also did post stuff on that one that I just leave, and I always wanted to go back to it, but yeah. And then one YouTube channel that's going to be for this, where I post, like actually post, and hopefully no one finds, because I find that the way algorithms work is like by extension of living near you, or you know that they're going to be like, hey, it's you. I don't need to go viral. I don't need anyone to find this corner of the internet. It's my corner. It's just a public confession that I just want to say. That I want historians 1,000 years from now, or even me a year from now, to say, wow, she actually put it out there. She actually stuck to her gun with 365 days. Yeah. But again, these are the fears I'm battling. Weird anxiety, weird fear, but also trying to be true to myself in that fear. And then, yeah, so I talked about, oh, and then there's a fourth one, which I think is the first YouTube channel I ever created. I don't know why I keep it, but it's there. If I want to talk about the first YouTube video I ever posted, which I think I deleted, but I remember it vividly because this was back in like inception of YouTube, when everyone was just posting things on YouTube, sort of like what I'm doing now, where it didn't matter who saw it. It was just the fascination of the technology of like, ooh, you could do this and not be some part of media conglomerate. That's cool. Yeah, so that video, okay, that's the story I'll tell today. That video of was around 2007, 2008. I can nail down the date better some other time, but it was a Matryoshka doll, the Russian nesting doll, and I was just interviewing it. Or no, was I interviewing it, or did I give it a character? Was I speaking in a southern accent? It was something along those lines, because I think, if I remember correctly, I said something along like, Billy, why did you betray me, Billy? The things that stick in our mind as we get older. It was in a house. It was in a purple room. Yeah, the Matryoshka doll was red and blue and really cool. And part of one of those reasons that I think all these years later, there's a part of me that always wanted to do this. Not just have YouTube to watch things, which I do now, but I'm working on watching less. Creating more and watching less. Yeah. Anyway, that's my confession. Nothing major happened other than the realization that even if I need to stop judging myself and judging my days and just living them and recording them and moving on. Tomorrow, what am I going to do tomorrow? Who knows? Maybe, who knows? We'll see. Anyway, bye.